Alright, hello horsey fans. This is day 6 of the Mog-O-Raga event. Uh, I'm here on the Korean servers, and right now we're at 54 of the raid gauge. And today we're going to be testing out a different kind of character than what I've usually seen on the adaptation targets. Here, look through them. I don't even see him pop up once. Also, Yuta today, unfortunate, and Team Gojo yesterday. Me personally, I didn't really like using Yuta that much. He was fine. I just think there's a lot of other characters that get a higher score, like the Hollow Purple Gojo, the teen. He actually did a lot more damage than I thought he would. I thought that was actually very impressive from him. I see Todo and Yuji on there. They can do fine. It's just, I think it's a lot of luck involved with those two. And if you have them at high awaken grades. But today we're going to be using a little bit of a different setup. Let me just go to it real quick. You change the memories and put the right memories on though. Little silly Billy, that's my sweep. Alright, we're going to be using this setup. I know Mahito will probably get popped like a grape by this sort of execution. However, we're just going to pray and hope that he doesn't. We'll go right in. I'll explain it as we go through. Nanami's on backup just because I don't have Teen Nanami. And I'm not really sure if there's any other character I could use that's not Domain Gojo. It would take way too long to get his ult ready. But yeah, it's so nice having like all this CE and everything. There's no more worries or struggles. I have done this quite a few times. The run can vary a lot, especially when counting for Red Yuji. Sometimes he can Black Flash, sometimes he can crit, and he can do way more damage than I'm expecting him to. Usually Mahito will break right here, except we did too much damage. Yeah, okay. I was hoping he would crit, so I could start using his Black Flashes. We're going to ult instantly with the Drip G, just because we want to do as much damage as we can as quickly as possible, and he usually just gets his ult back anyway. Goksen! Damn. I love me Black Flash characters, yes sir. Should do like, I don't know, 3 million? A little close. And he will get it back for Demegami to do all of his fun stuff as well. We'll do this one more time. They should not kill unless I get some really bad RNG. Yeah, we're not killing. Alright, we're gonna just domain straight by himself. Actually, we'll try to combo ult with those two, but sometimes I do too much damage. You can't end up combo ulting with, what's his name? Mahito. The reason why we're doing this right here instead of doing it inside of the domain is that we're going to get more skill 3s with Mahito here. Alternatively, you could also use, what's that memory called? If Sukuna and Gojo on there from the very first episode. Play the Strong. You could use that on Mahito because he would do a lot of damage on skill 3s. Since he does hybrid damage, it doesn't matter which stat you buff. We're going to do that. Yaga basically just never ults. I mean, you could ult at the very end just to do a little bit more damage, but me personally, I think with the way this Mog-O-Raga works, you really want to... yeah, things like that can happen. With the way Mog-O-Raga works, you really want a mix of both stats. If you have too much of one, you just end up doing way less damage. Damn, some bad luck. I don't think we'll be... This might be a reset, honestly. He did break. Alright, maybe it's not a reset. They should do, what, 20 million? Oh, wow, that's a lot less than I thought it would be. Maybe it's because he didn't get enough Black Flashes. Yeah, let's do that there. I'm pretty sure Mahito should close it out, and if not, Yuji should finish it. That's the first time it's happened, I'm not gonna lie. That's never happened to me before. Usually it takes me till turn 11 to get to here. Skill 3, skill 3. I think Mahito's just gonna die though. Because you're gonna do too many AoEs since Mahito takes like 20,000, I think, from the Sword of Execution here. Yeah, look at that, 0 damage, and he just gets his neck broken. Now it's 11,000. I thought he's gonna kill Mahito there. Oh, please don't do that. I used the memory with Mahito since I really thought I'd get it back in time, but I might not actually. Yeah. Sometimes when you run Mahito, things like that can happen where you just get a bad targeting. That's fun. I like that. That's very fun. I could just, you know, let's just use Yellow Yuji, you know, it's the last day of the event, but I like to just show off different teams you could use. Especially one that, well, I guess Mino's not very free-to-play friendly, but Red Yuji is. I'm not sure if you could use Red Yuji and Toji. Well, I guess you can't use Toji anymore, but maybe beforehand. Kinda sucks not having Teen Anami. I feel like you'd do way more damage with this setup if you just had Teen Anami here instead. Especially since he's going to be doing a lot more stat buffs, and he's going to be increasing the break damage as well. So things like... Oh yeah. Mahito didn't crit, so... Now we're behind even more. But he did way more damage. I wonder if his Black Flash gives less of a damage buff when Mahito activates it. I guess a damage taken increase buff. One more Black Flash, please. Oh, I want you to stack those. I guess I could just hope and pray that Megami doesn't kill. Mog-O-Raga. Barely not. Oh, it's because I used the memory. That's why. Yeah, I think I'm just screwed here, to be honest. It's just a auto loss. What do you got it now? 2.4 heal. It's not even a reason to continue. Yeah, this is what happens when I play the game. Things like this happen, and it's not very fun. It's not very fun when like everything goes wrong. Well, I guess technically half of that was my fault anyway, so blaming it entirely on bad RNG is not exactly fair. I really wonder if they're gonna buff the red Toto. I'm gonna try to do something different right here. Buff or SP buff the red Toto to see if he can be a good partner for, I guess, the red Yujis. I got lucky, Black Flash. I don't think I was killing there. I think for both of them right now, they really want like a good partner, and it's not that Mahito and Teen Anami aren't good partners. It's just that with how random their Black Flashes are, or can feel like they are, you end up just with a lot of run variability, which I think makes runs just not feel very great when that's impressive. 3.6 no memory. A lot of run variability when it's like, oh man, I can't wait to load in and he doesn't Black Flash for 7 turns. I think that's just it's terrible to feel. We're gonna do that. We'll just ult when we get into the domain since we did too much damage. I feel like you do less here if you ult with Mahito right here, but I did finish out this red Yuji soul board, so maybe it'll be a little different this time. And it's fine if you use the memory, especially in this first, or I guess the third phase, since usually it takes to Megami a few turns before we can get back to another ult turn. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Sever. But yeah, it's 5 turns seems like a long time, but Megami takes what 3 turns to get into his actual domain, and then it's another 3 turns inside of his domain. So usually just never really ends up being a huge problem. 20 million now? Oh, my boy looking clean. Keep doing that. Hope I'm not gonna mess this up. Yeah. I just want to keep those skill 3 stacks up. Not sure if it matters too much since we're going to be outside of a domain for a while, but anything to make sure the run goes better. Yeah, him having 39,000 HP at A0 is quite nice. I feel like, you know, before characters didn't be like that, but we also didn't have like Soulborns and all the other fun stuff. So it could just be, I'm rewriting history. Another problem with teams like this is just there's no healing. I want to run a healing memory, but if I use the Megami, I can't run a healing memory. So you try to get lucky with stuns, because stuff like this happens. Nope, don't want to do that. That. But yeah, you know, with teams like green or yellow that have healers like Shoko, I feel like it just feels like an entirely different fight. Compared to teams like red and blue, which don't really have healers. I mean, we do have Yuta for this, but Yuta just got adapted. Even before, sometimes Yuta would just get like a gun to his head, like a few bullets in the skull. I could probably die here, to be honest. Got to pray to God I get a fat stun off. Please, Speed, I need this. Oh, thank you, Speed. Thank you, Speed. My Lord and Savior. Yuji didn't get a lot of black flashes though, so we're not going to see like a super crazy damage number from him. They should do what? I think 7 million from him. That's a little less damage than I thought he would do. 13? Yeah. I don't think it's a bad showing from a character that came out right after Toji. 81? That's not bad. Kill Maido? Oh yeah, that's the death.
Double kill, triple kill. Monster kill.
That squad line. I need that Kokusen. Kokusen! They stunned him too. Oh my god, you gonna stop him? Damn! Hit the wombo combo on him. But yeah, I think it's okay. Especially for like, I'm not using the best characters anymore. I could go back in with a different team, but I think I'll just leave it here. I don't think they did too bad. Red Yuji did 54, 20 million max. Yeah, Maido did 5.4. With his debuffs, I don't think that's very bad at A0. He does have a full board though, so maybe it's a little less than you would normally like to see. And of course, Nanami, the god himself, did 184,000. But yeah, I think that'll just kind of be it for today, since tomorrow's going to be a big day where we get to use all the fun characters and just run a train on Mog-O-Raga with them. Blue Yuta, Yellow Sukuna, Yellow Goji. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fun little compilation of running trains on him, but for now, that'll be everything for Horsy Land Gaming. Bye-bye.